Good morning. How are you this morning? Oh, you did? You did some finger painting yesterday? Oh, later? Or the same time I was doing it? Oh, where did you put it? It's drying? Oh, it is dry now. What are you going to do with it? Oh, that will be fun, won't it? Oh, I should say it will be. Well, you know, boys and girls, this morning we have some of the things that you sent in packages that we want to share with you right now. Is that a good idea? Well, the very first thing that we want to share is something that you planted. What is it? Oh, you planted a bean. I know. Mm-hmm. And it grew. And this is one of the beans, isn't it? Oh, isn't it fun to watch things grow and grow and grow and to see the real beans come, like this one did? Well, sometimes you have to wait a long time, I know. We did, for some of the things. And you've been having lots of fun playing with clay. You know what this is? A little clay horse. Well, I'm holding on to his tail. See? Yes, there's his saddle, and there's his mane. Oh, you do. I do, too. Sure, I like to play with clay. You can make so many different things. You were playing with homemade clay, too, because look what we have here. Oh, more than one. Well, look. See? They look like bricks, too, don't they? Or blocks. Oh, you could build lots of things if you had more of these. Sure, and you can put them up on end like that. That would be fun, wouldn't it? And the same day that you were playing with this homemade clay, you also made something else out of clay. Oh, this is fun. No, it's not a boat. Look, an iron, just like your mother's. See the handle? Well, I can put it up like this. Yes, a real iron shaped just like an iron. I certainly do like it. Wasn't it fun? And then you watched it dry. Oh, it dried slowly, didn't it? Well, clay things always do dry slowly. Yes. And then, well, you had fun with some cardboard. Look what you made. Well, they really are bells, see? Yes, and you made 3 of them. See? And they are on yarn. Yes, and you colored them with a crayon. Sure you do. Oh, you can have so much fun with things like that. And then, well, you have some rocks or stones that you sent to us. Well, this one is really kind of a flat one. Doesn't have any bumps. It's kind of thin right there, see? It does. Looks like a piece of meat. You know, it does a little bit. Mm-hmm. Well, you sent 2 of them. And look at this one. This one is thick. See how thick that is? And then on this side, no, it's not as thick. It kind of goes downhill like that. Hard. Ooh, very, very hard. You can't squeeze them. No, you can't bend them. No, no. And then, well, look what one of you sent to us. What does it look like? She wound the string around and around and around, and tied it. Your mother has one just like it, and she puts it down on the table like this, and then puts something that is hot, the hot dish, on top like this. Yeah, so that it won't spoil the table. Isn't that pretty? Well, of course we're going to keep it. We can use that for lots and lots of things. And then you had fun making a paper chain. And it's a big, long one, so I want you to watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to wind it around and around and around, all around my hand. Look at that. My hand is just filled with chain. Paper chain. Isn't it fun to make that? I think so, too. And, we have more things that you sent to us. Do you hear bells? On a tambourine, on a paper plate tambourine, and you painted it. I like to shake it. I like to hit it. Isn't that fun? You want to see what's on the other side? Look at that, a picture of an Indian. See all of his feathers? See them? Ooh, sure I do. I want to shake it once more. Well, we will. We'll put this with our musical instruments, with all of our other tambourines and things. Sure. And then we have another bunch of pheasant feathers. Oh, they're so smooth. Some of them are long, and some of them are short, like that. And the whole bunch is tied together with a string. See? Round and around. And then this is the end. See all the ends of the feathers? Mm-hmm. And then in the last package that we opened, look what we found. Oh, what a doll. An Indian doll made out of paper. Oh, and she's such a nice one. She has such nice arms and fringe. You know what fringe is, don't you? Isn't she a nice one? Yes, and feathers. Look at her head. See all these feathers that hang down? They're all made out of crepe paper. Oh, I think that was a wonderful idea. We'll keep this doll with all of our other dolls because it is such a nice one. Thank you for sharing all of these things with us. Wasn't it fun to look at them? Well, these were the things that came in the boxes and in the packages. Mm-hmm. So the things that come in envelopes. Oh, what? Well, of course, pictures. Oh, we have lots of pictures to look at this morning. Small ones, bigger ones, really big ones. We have all kinds. Look. Made with crayon. A chicken with feathers. Oh, that's fun. Cut out of paper and pasted on. With finger paint. Look at this. Oh, you like to do that, don't you? And, well, a turkey. Well, any time can be turkey time. It doesn't have to be just Thanksgiving. No. And a pumpkin seed growing, and spot paintings, and finger paint. Oh, and dinner time on a table. Ooh, it looks like a good dinner, too. Made with crayon. And another one. Oh, look at these pumpkin seeds that really grew into vines and leaves. And you cut these turkeys out and pasted them on, and then you drew with your crayon the trees. Snow! Yes, lots of snow. And look what a happy fellow this is. Ooh, and a big turkey. Look at the tail. Yes, and finger painting. And what a nice, happy mouth. I know you like to make each one of these. And here, look at the door. It opens. Yes, you can walk in. And an apple tree, and balloons, and a spot painting. Look at this. Yes, a pumpkin seed in the shell. The vine is growing. And say, look at this big one. Another turkey. Mm-hmm. And cut out of paper. Oh, isn't that fun? should say we did have a lot of pictures. Oh, big ones and little ones. Paint, paper cutting, pasting, all kinds. But we have some things on the top shelf, too, that we want to look at. Oh, no, I don't want to tell you ahead of time. I just want you to look. Look at each one. Well, this is the mailbox, isn't it? And you know the mailbox number, box 3396. Yes. And you know, well, that's where your envelopes and your mother's letters and all of your packages come, to box 3396. Yes, in Chicago. And which plant is this? The tea plant, or the good luck plant from Hawaii. And look at those. Those are those interesting, so interesting, aren't they? Roots. And then, you know, this has just been growing and growing, and these leaves have been getting bigger. And this is that new leaf that, well, it's rolled up very tight right now, but it will unroll and become a great big leaf one of these times. And then the pumpkin vines, the ones that you sent in the shells yesterday, and we said we'd transplant them into a big flower pot with lots of soil. There they are. And in the next one, you remember the name of this bulb? Elephant ears. Yes, and we transplanted it. Oh, sure, we hope it will grow in a big flower pot with lots of soil. And then in the next box came, yes, this really is a flower pot, but it's shaped like a rooster, isn't it? See the comb and the tail, and you had a plant in it, and we're going to watch it grow. We really will watch it grow. And we're watching this grow, but it really isn't growing very much yet. The daffodil bulb. No, that's not an onion, that's a bulb. A daffodil bulb. And then the very end one here. Of course, it's our sweet potato. No, it doesn't have any roots yet, but we hope it will have sometime soon. Takes several days, you know. Say, right here, we have something that we like to play with. Oh, we like to play with our truck. We like to make it, be a different kind of truck. Some days we like to use it as, well, just an empty truck going down the street. And then there are other days when we like to pretend that it's a laundry truck. And it drives up to the apartment building or to the house and picks up all the bundles of soiled laundry. You know, you've seen them do that. And what do they do with the bundles of soiled laundry? Yes, they take them to the laundry, and there they unload them, and the clothes get washed and clean and ironed so smooth. And at the laundry, they put them in boxes or in packages. And then you know what happens? Well, the truck comes along, and the truck loads up with all of these different boxes. And where does it take them? Right back to the same apartment. Yes, and now they're the clean clothes. You're absolutely right. You do. You have a laundryman that comes every Monday. Well, isn't that nice? And sometimes we like to have our truck, well, be the kind of truck that takes the bales of cotton. Yes, from the farm into the city. Yes. And other times we like to have our truck be a bakery truck. Oh, look. We took the lid of a box and made it into a bakery truck with your clay cookies and with empty little dishes. Well, a bakery truck really wouldn't take them like this, though. It would have them all covered up. And sometimes on bakery trucks you find pies that look like these. I know. Isn't it fun to have a truck be just all kinds of different trucks? Yes, I like the bakery one the best. Because bakeries always make me think of good things to eat. Do they you, too? Good things to eat? Well, we have something very, very, very good right over here. It's so good, it's delicious. You know what we have? Look, yes, a dish filled with ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. I know. And right here, we have a big brown glass jar filled with chocolate-flavored Ovaltine. And you can tell why, can't you? Because you can see the shape of the oval. That's the way you know. I know. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, something special. Take the lid off. Take a spoon and fill the spoon with chocolate-flavored Ovaltine and sprinkle it on top of the ice cream, just like that. Oh, boys and girls, this is a very special treat. And if you take your spoon, it's all ready to eat. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Why, of course I'll tell your mother about it. And you know why it's so good? Well, it tastes so good because it's chocolate-flavored. Yes, it's good for you because it's nutritious. Yes, it has minerals and vitamins. I know it. And for breakfast, you have your mug filled with hot chocolate-flavored Ovaltine, don't you? And, well, for a dessert or a very special treat, you could have your dish filled with ice cream, and your mother would sprinkle the chocolate-flavored Ovaltine over the top. I'll tell her about it, and you tell her about it, too. But boys and girls, when you go to market, what are you going to look for? Where? On the shelf. The big brown glass jar, doesn't look brown now, but it really is, that says chocolate-flavored Ovaltine on the front. You can always find the oval shape. Yes, and then you help her take it home, will you? Oh, and then you ask for it. I know you will. I know. Yes. The other day, boys and girls, when we were playing with our dolls, you remember, don't you, that we had a sock doll? And, oh, it's such fun to play with sock dolls. Well, you know, if you want a sock doll, it's very easy to make one. And, ooh, look what we have on our table. You know what this is? Ooh, a great big pile of cotton. And here is a pair of socks. Now, you know that you can't take just any sock and make a sock doll. No, not just any sock. You must ask your mother about the sock, because maybe she has an old sock that she doesn't need anymore, that your daddy won't wear anymore. Because once you cut the sock, no, he can't ever wear it again. No, so you talk with her about it, will you? Good. Well, I'm cutting off a piece. See? Cut off a piece of the sock. And now, this is the part that we start with first. Say, this is a big, long sock, isn't it? You know what we do? Well, we really stuff this whole part of the sock with cotton. See, and I curled it all down like this so that we can start. And I'll just keep taking pieces of cotton. Well, you ask your mother about the cotton, because sometimes, instead of stuffing it with cotton, you really can stuff it with cloth, or scraps of cloth, or scraps of yarn, or, oh, there are just so many different things that you can do. Oh, did she one time and she stuffed it with paper? Oh, I see. Well, you have to stuff it kind of tight. That's right. See how it stands up now? Yeah, so I need some more. And I'll kind of poke it in. Poke, poke, poke. There. And take more. Sometimes they're big pieces of cotton and sometimes they're smaller. And poke it in. Well, if it looks bumpy, then what you do, you know what I mean when I say bumpy? Well, you squeeze it a little like this, and then the bumps kind of fall away. There. No, it's not all stuffed yet. No. Have to stuff the heel part. Let's take this big piece of cotton and push it down in. Some more. No, sir. I don't want to leave any empty spots. Oh, you call them hollow spots, do you? You just keep poking. You see, here's the heel of the sock, and we want to be sure that that gets stuffed tight. Oh, this is fun. Yes, maybe you'll want to make one for a present for your little brother or sister, or for your cousin. They would like it. They really would. Oh, look at that. See how that now stands up? We need a little bit more down here, don't we? So let's put some more in. Right in like that. There was a hollow. Oh, yes, there was an empty spot. So I want just a little bit more. And we'll poke it right in there. And now you look, boys and girls. See what we have? Say, look at that. But look, this part's open. And if I leave that open, what'll happen to the cotton? It'll all come out. So we don't want that to happen. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to sew this part. Now, I know that you boys and girls don't sew. No, so this is the part that your mother will do. With a needle and with a thread. Yes, and I have a needle and a thread and a thimble. See? I have a thimble right there on my finger. Yes, I know that you don't sew because with a needle you have to be very careful. Yes, because a needle could poke. I know, and I don't want that to happen. It did happen to you once. Well, your mother is very careful when she sews so that she doesn't stick her finger, and so that when she pulls the thread, it doesn't stick you. Well, she wouldn't want that to happen, and I wouldn't want that to happen either. No. And we've got to sew it tight enough so, you know why? Well, why do I say we have to sew it tight enough? So that nothing will happen. And what's the nothing? So that the cotton won't come out. Well, of course. Don't want the cotton to come out because then you wouldn't have a sock doll. You'd have an empty sock. And that wouldn't be any fun. No, I should say not so. This is what we're doing. And I'm going to fix my thread here so it won't come apart. And now, do you know what I'm going to do? Take a scissors and cut off the end. And look what we have. Oh, say. But this doll isn't complete. You know why? This doll doesn't have any arms. No arms. No, it doesn't have face. No. So tomorrow, you know what we're going to do? Tomorrow, we're going to finish our sock doll. We'll put some arms on. We'll give this sock doll a hat. Oh, and some other things that I won't tell you about now. Because I don't have time. No, it's Miss Helen's turn. So would you go get your mother, please? All right. Thank you, boys and girls. All right, with your truck. Good. You do that while I talk with your mother. Yes, while I tell her how we made our sock doll. Will that be all right? Well, you know what we did? We took a working man's sock. One of these cotton ones, you know. Well, this looks like an awfully big one, and believe me, it really is an awfully big one. Here, as you see, is the toe part. Here's the heel. And actually, what we do, you see, is fix the doll so the doll will sit up. We don't make legs. We don't cut the part for the legs because, after all, most young children that like sock dolls don't really care as much about the legs as they do about the fact that the doll will sit up, which is very important to them at that particular stage. All we did this morning was stuff it. We cut the cuff of the sock off Now, actually, you can do this very easily, and you can use any kind of sock. An old worn-out one doesn't have to be a new one at all. And the children like to do the stuffing. That's fun. Then, well, you can keep the cuff part if you want to, and that becomes the hat. Well, you can sew it, you can put a tassel on the end of it, you can do almost anything. And for young children, we like to either fix the face with paint or with a crayon because that's fun and they can do it. And then you can do all kinds of other things. And we're going to finish this one tomorrow during the children's part. So if you want to see how we finish off a sock doll, well, you watch tomorrow right along with the children, will you? You know, making a sock doll is really a very special activity. Just like, well, other things that you do that are special for children, like a special treat. You know, when you fill your child's mug with hot chocolate-flavored Ovaltine for breakfast, that is a special treat. A nourishing treat, a very good treat, well, just the kind of treat that children really want. Now, there's something important also. Children will tell you about, of course, they know that it's delicious and they know that it's nutritious. That's true. But we also told the children about another kind of special treat this morning, and that was sprinkle chocolate-flavored Ovaltine over vanilla ice cream. Oh, is that a delicious treat? Yes, the crunchy chocolate-flavored, it's crisp, it's delicious. Oh, the combination is wonderful. As a special dessert, as a special afternoon treat, or as refreshments for your children's party. You try it. They'll all like it. But be sure you get your chocolate-flavored Ovaltine at the grocery store when you go marketing the very next time. You know, when you're thinking about that yarn doll and a special activity for children, you know, you might like to make some extra yarn dolls. The children would like them, I know. And would like helping you make them. And if you do, and as I say, you can stuff them with anything that you have around the house. If you make some extra ones and put some interesting faces on them and make them look like real dolls that are lots of fun to play with, if you'll send them to us, we'll send them on to the children in the hospitals to play with. And you know, that's one kind of doll that it's lots of fun to play with in bed. There's nothing hard about it. It's easy, and convalescing children really do enjoy them. They sleep with them sometimes, and it's kind of doll that you can almost tuck under your pillow, so you really feel that it's a real friend. You know, some of the problems, and I'm so grateful that you've written to me about some of the problems you have, because I really feel as if I get to know your children so much more personally and really can be of more help to you. One of them is teasing. You worry because the older child teases the younger child, or vice versa. The younger child teases an older child. And you wonder how it starts, and how will it ever stop, and why so often does it end in tears? Well, you know, there's a reason behind that, too. Just like it seems to me there's always a reason behind everything. How did it start? By any chance, did you or your husband or grandfather of the child start teasing? Think about it just a little bit, and we'll start talking about it some more tomorrow. It's time for me to say goodbye. Goodbye.